Destiny 2.
With a stupid cheap hat. She still embodies all the awful stereotypes she did before.
But she's got a new hat.
Hello everyone, we're back. It's your favorite hosts, Sam, Ralph, and Cactaur. Hello, Cactaur.
Shut the fuck up, Sam. No one likes you.
He's the man, really.
Alright, well, fuck you then, Cactaur.
Destiny 2 reveal, the year 2 reveal. It just happened. We just watched it. I watched the trailer on the way here. Sam watched it just that very second.
Yeah.
We've just finished.
I gotta be honest, peeps. Let me just hold this like this. I gotta be honest, peeps.
It's merch overload right now.
Merch overload. I was walking into that experience thinking, here we go, another DLC that's gonna suck. I have to admit, we haven't played the game yet, of course, it's not out. We're just seeing a very, carefully scripted and constructed, video that Bungie's put together. But I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw, if
You
I had to be
sheep.
honest.
You fucking shill.
I'm
You
a
sheep.
You dirty sheep, Sam.
You disgusting sellout.
Now
this is the perfect time for the drop.
Yes. Alright, everybody, we're
Destiny 2 Year 2 reveal. Obviously, Destiny 2 has been one of the most disappointing launches in history. There's no question about that. As a diehard Destiny 1 fan, Sam doesn't give a shit about Destiny. As a diehard Destiny 1 fan,
I don't mind Destiny, but I'm a casual player, and that's very, very different here.
It is,
Ralph loves his Destiny. I have finished Destiny 2. I've played Destiny 1, but coming to the table here and seeing what we're about to talk about, I think I have a different perspective to good old Ralph.
Yeah, Destiny 1, so Destiny 2 really let a lot of people down because of the fact it was a massive step backwards. You really had a huge amount of goodwill that was earned on Destiny 1, huge advancements that were made in the quality of that game, especially with the Taken King and Rise of Iron updates. Fantastic updates. Destiny 1 by the end, I don't care what anyone says, it was a great game. Objectively speaking, it was a great game. Maybe you didn't enjoy it, but it was absolutely a great game by the end, okay?
Yeah.
Destiny 2 shattered all of that, and we've really spent the last, however long, since September last year, really sort of heartbroken and missing the game that we love. 2 DLCs have dropped. The Curse of Osiris, absolutely atrocious DLC, and then Warmind, which a lot of people actually liked.
I think it was a mixed bag. I think some people liked the idea of... they liked that Warmind was moving in the right direction.
Correct.
And I think that's the most important thing about Warmind.
The ship was turning.
God, I don't want to hear anything about a ship.
Right.
Oh yes, the ship is turning in the right way. I'm very autistic, and yes, my name is Skillup.
I personally did not enjoy that DLC. I did not think it was a worthwhile DLC to bring people back, but a lot of people loved it, and I will absolutely, recognize that. A lot of expectations are placed on this Year 2 reveal because this is Bungie's chance to say, actually, Destiny is a game that's worth playing. It was not a chance for Bungie to say, hey, we're listening. Because, of course, they're listening. There's no question about the fact that Bungie is listening. All we do is yell at them. So, absolutely, they're listening.
But, I mean, they are listening, but having said that, they have said they're listening throughout this whole Destiny 2.
I'm not saying they're doing. I'm just saying they're listening. Okay,
there's a big difference. They brought out the XP throttle, they brought out all this kind of stuff, and then, they dropped DLC, and then, they change instances, raids that have, strikes that have already been, there, and then they make it too hard if you don't have DLC. It's like they're not listening.
It's like how I listen to you, but I don't care.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody, through this whole video, just watch Ralph's face while I talk. He just slowly
drift off into the distance, start checking my phone, like, what?
Was walking
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
He's like, why can't I just be doing skill-up videos?
Yeah. But the Year 2 reveal, I'm interested to hear what your perspective is, Sam.
From what I saw, they're very ambitious in a lot of ways. They're bringing out other PvE. They're bringing out PvE, PvP modes. They're trying to bring the overall items to about 2,000 items now across the whole Destiny 2 universe. They're trying to add additional worlds, additional enemies, of course, an additional storyline. Please make it better than the other Destiny 2 storyline, please.
Yeah.
So I think, overall, from what I saw, I am somewhat optimistic, but it only ties into the fact that we're really getting back to Destiny 1, and they made it clear to us months ago that this DLC is really just getting back to Destiny 1. But my big question is it Destiny 1 or is it Destiny 1 Taken King? I don't know which one it is.
So you said earlier that they were trying to be ambitious, and I think what this trailer demonstrates is that Bungie are really limited in their ability to be ambitious with this update because of the fact that there's so much catch up to do. Okay, if you look at so many other games over time, it's a straight line trajectory with regards to how much their games improve. Bungie haven't had that luxury because they went up like this for Destiny, down like this for Destiny 2, and now they're just getting back up to here for this year 2 reveal. So what I'm saying is that I didn't see a huge amount of ambition here.
I guess
I did see some things that I liked and looked cool, and I'm not gonna lie, as a Destiny fan, I will absolutely look at a lot of these things and say that looks like fun. I would be down for that. I appreciate that, right? But I don't necessarily look at it and think, yes, this is the evolution of the franchise. I can totally see how this is every box ticked for me. The game is absolutely what I'd hoped it would be as a sequel.
When I use the word ambition, I mean in terms of it looks like they're really fighting to get this game back to where it should be, and they really want to make this game.
That's not ambition, though. Catch up is not ambition.
Well, in terms of like a lot of development houses can look at a game, see its failure, and go whatever. But what I mean is they are ambitious here in terms of to get the Destiny brand back to where it is.
But again, that's not ambition. I totally hear what you're saying, but
I mean,
it's not ambitious to say we're going to catch up and stop sucking. And I'm not being cynical. Like, I'm not shitting on the work that Bungie have done here, because absolutely there's a team of 800 people who are working hard on various things, and you know, like they're doing the best that they can. But what I'm saying is there were some decisions made with Destiny 2 at the start of it, and they're still paying for those decisions now. And speaking of paying for decisions, we should talk about the money side of this, because it does matter.
That's what it's all about, people.
You have to buy this. To be able to purchase the Forsaken DLC, you need to own the 2 other DLC.
Are you sure you have to own it, or you're just not even going to be able to enter it because it's too high of a skill cap?
You need to own it, right?
Oh, you can't actually even, you can't actually integrate it into your Destiny 2.
No, you can't just buy Destiny 2 and then not have the 2 DLC and then buy Destiny Forsaken. You need to own that.
If we look at World of Warcraft, for instance, now we're going back a bit here, but look, World of Warcraft brought out Burning Crusade and then Wrath of the Lich King. Now, they gave you a path that you didn't have to purchase Burning Crusade. You could just have a path straight to the Wrath of the Lich King and fully enjoy that experience. I think Destiny 2 should have done something like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just feel like it just feels frustrating that people are being asked to spend money on something that is older, and it should be optional. Like, I just don't like the idea that new DLC requires old DLC. That just feels like DLC for DLC to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that doesn't sit right. The other thing is that they're announcing this annual pass. This annual pass is basically, okay, so the Forsaken DLC is $35 on its own, okay? There's also a new thing called the annual pass, which is another $35.
Aussie?
Which contains...
Australian?
No, US.
Oh.
Yeah, it's proper money.
Oh.
So it's 3 DLC drops, which they say sync up with their seasons. It has things like new endgame activities, new weapons, new lore, new stuff, but they're not DLC drops. And they specifically said no new cutscenes, right? They said we're not looking to drop DLC style, traditional DLC. We're looking at doing endgame focused activities, loot focused stuff. They're looking to charge us for the release of more items and maybe some end game activities, like for example the Prison of Elders, which they released back in the day. I know that was part of the House of Wolves expansion, but it's possible that they might say, well, that's a future, the same sort of style of activity that will come to this annual pass in the future.
But I think narrative and cutscenes are one thing, but when you get to the end game, a lot of people aren't necessarily wanting, additional story or cutscenes. They just want to make sure that they have, more of a world to grind, more items, more enemies to kill, and more of that world to explore. So, I know what you're saying in terms of the monetization the monetization side of it, but the actual no cutscenes or no story, I think a lot of people out there would be okay with that, because that's not really what they're there for after they finish the campaign or after they finish that initial DLC.
I just feel like if you're going to have a game as a service like this and you're going to charge for expansions, DLC, that you charge for those and then you do free updates along the way.
Okay, I'm sure.
We don't even know what these updates are yet, and we're literally being asked to pay for them.
I agree with that.
It's totally blind, and the whole track record up to this point has not instilled any confidence at all.
I agree. I'm not saying for a moment that the monetization structure's fine. I'm just merely saying that it's just like World of Warcraft, for instance. you know, there's like a little cutscene at the beginning of like, you know, the DLC or the expansion, but really it's just like you're exploring the world the whole time. So that's what people are there for.
I get that. I just feel like Bungie are trying to have their cake and eat it too.
Totally.
I would rather they charge us for this DLC and then they say, hey, we've also got a year's free content that comes with that, and then we'll do another DLC next year. I will say though, the headline for me obviously is this Gambit PvE PvP mode, where basically people are, you know, two teams are facing off against each other in PvE activities. They're running parallel to each other, and they have to kill bosses. They have to collect currencies and sort of like deposit them in a bank, etc. And you can also invade the other team and PvP while they're trying to PvE. It's a cool idea. It's
Very
actually
cool.
the kind of thing that lots of people have been calling for years across so many games. And to see it drop here in Destiny is actually excellent. So that new game mode does look good. It is the thing that excites me most about this. But look, overall, as I said, I think we're really looking at a situation where where Bungie are hamstrung by the decisions that they made earlier.
Yep.
The announcement is fine. It's good, in fact, absolutely. But it does feel like we're getting back to the future, as you said, rather than moving towards a whole new horizon.
I feel like this is ultimately going to, I think the worst case scenario, it'll be Destiny vanilla. Best case scenario, it'll be like Destiny Taken King. You know, it'll be back to Destiny's peak, or Destiny 1's peak, and then hopefully we can start moving forward. Worst case scenario, it's very, you know, it's just got back to maybe Destiny vanilla.
2.2 maybe.
Yeah, Destiny 2.2.
Destiny 2.2, thereabouts. Anyway, that's it. That's the DLC announcement. You can check out all the trailer stuff. We'll leave some links in the description below if Sam remembers.
Yeah.
And we will
Did you
see
I put it yesterday. It was Darude Sandstorm.
We will see you
saw that
in the next video.
See you, fam.
Take my advice. Unsubscribe from these fucking losers. I hate being on their show.